Hello, I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Football magazine. Today I'm joined by Andrew Graham from the Kilburn Footy Club in Division 3, and he's going to do our weekly roundup. So we'll just go through the results from the weekend. Golden Grove had a big 6-goal win over Plympton. Flinders Park got over Athelston by 17 points. Walkerville got over Seaton Ramblers by 18 points. Pembroke had a big win over Mitcham by 6 goals. And Kilburn unfortunately went down to Jeps Cross by 60 points. Disappointing result there, Andrew.
Yeah, it was. I think Jeps Cross have lost 20 in a row and managed to beat us by 10 goals, but they're actually a pretty good team. I think they'll actually go okay in Div 3 this year.
Yeah, okay. What do you think were some of the areas you need to improve on from the weekend?
Probably our big falling is down in fitness. We're not a particularly fit team. Probably just our consistency. We're either playing very well or we're not playing well at all.
Yeah.
We need to sort of close the gap between those two and be a bit more consistent.
Yeah. You talked about fitness. How do you sort of train your fitness now that the season's underway? Is it difficult to get blokes fit within a week of training when it's such a quick follow-up the next weekend?
I don't think so. I think you've just got to do sort of a 3 or 4 week block with a bit of extra running. Yeah. And it's not too hard to catch up when you're playing games on Saturday. That obviously helps your fitness. So I think we can improve it and really need to do that.
Yeah. Obviously a 60-point loss isn't great, but were there some better performers on the weekend that you'd like to give a mention?
Yeah. Cody Gill,
Yeah.
little fella, we call him Little Pig because he behaves like a pig. He kicked 5 goals.
Yeah.
And Rhino Wilachowski, I hope I said his last name right, but he's a old fella, he's 35 and played really well on the back lines. So those two guys were probably the standout players for us.
Okay, we'll just move on to next week's games, and if I can get a tip from you for each game. Jeps Cross take on Seaton Ramblers. You reckon Jeps Cross will go all right this year? You saw them yesterday. How do you think they'll fare in that one?
Yeah, well, Walkerville beat Seaton and we beat Walkerville. And Jeps beat us, so I think that means Jeps should beat Seaton.
Oh, you've done the math pretty well.
Yeah, that's a logical result.
Yeah.
But it could be quite close, I think. Actually, I think they might be pretty even.
Okay. Flinders Park take on Plympton.
I think Flinders Park will get home quite easily there. They played really well against us. They moved the ball really quickly. I think they should beat Plympton pretty easily.
Yeah. And Golden Grove take on Mitcham.
Golden Grove are obviously the favourites, but Corey Presler's still getting a game there, so they can't be travelling too well, so I'll say Mitcham.
Athelston take on Walkerville at Athelston.
Athelston,
Yep.
I think, should win quite easily. I think they're meant to be one of the sort of top sides with Pembroke this year. So.
Yep. And you take on Pembroke out at Pembroke. You reckon they'll be a top side? That's obviously going to be another difficult one.
Yeah, well, James Allen's having a kick for him this year,
Yeah.
and we might struggle to run around with him, but I think they'll be a strong team. But like I said, I think the whole division's quite even this year, so we're still in with a chance definitely next week.
Yeah. Who do you think, will there be any changes this week, do you think, to your side for the game against Pembroke, or do you think you've just got to back in the same blokes?
I think we'll probably back in the same blokes. Unfortunately, we don't have a great deal of depth in the B grade, and so there's probably, only sort of 1 or 2 guys knocking down the door to come up. But I think we'll probably be unchanged.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Football magazine. Today I've been joined by Andrew Graham from the Kilburn Football Club in Division 3, and he's done our weekly roundup.